I searched everywhere. I looked through hundreds of files, searched through my text messages. I even looked everywhere in my wardrobe, but I just couldn't find where I asked for your opinion.
Welcome to another episode of Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah, where I scour the internet and look for situations where I can offer my unsolicited opinion. It is January 12th, Wednesday, 2022. This is the last Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah that is from the 4-part series of Princess Mysteria, who is the advice columnist for a black publication back in the 20s and 30s. So this one comes from July 16th, 1921. How exciting! So over 100 years ago. Wonderful. This is exciting. Completely. This is completely exciting. Here we go. Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah, I'm asking you to help me decide what to do. Last December, I was a victim of an accident and lost both of my legs. Oh my goodness. I got heavy real quick. Boy, these Princess Mysterias, they get heavy as quick as they come. They start out so light and then boom, I don't got legs. I was engaged to be married to a city employee and was so happy because he was a perfect gentleman. Since my accident, he has not changed in kindness. But he has become a drunkard, which he says is caused from grieving over my loss. What shall I do? Oh, and she signed her name. Okay, Dinah, Washington, D.C. Okay. I know that's right. I don't know what to tell you, boo. So you're still engaged to this kind drunkard. Well, in 2022, I'd say get therapy. So that you, so he can work through what he's drinking through. In 1921, I don't even think I can advise you. Back in 1921, so fortunate for us, Dinah, we're 100 years later, and if there's a Dinah in Washington D.C. that finds herself in either this situation or a similar situation, it's good that she'll know that therapy is such a resolve for a lot of things, especially sudden drunkenness. So that was easy. I mean, we didn't need. The last one was the easiest one of all. What should I do? Get therapy. Get him therapy. You all are engaged to be married. If we're in 2022, in which we are, you're engaged to be married. That's a simple pre-marriage counseling situation. You know, as an imam that does weddings, I offer pre-counseling, pre-wedding counseling. I asked you to turn it down. You sitting out there yelling and screaming. That's the polar opposite of turn it down. Can you tone it down, son, for me, please? Okay. I asked him to turn the TV down. He started singing it on his own. So basically, yeah, pre wedding counseling is the norm. Is a normal prerequisite. Because it doesn't seem like you are. I was engaged to be married to a city employee who was so happy because he was a perfect gentleman. Since my accident, he has not changed in kindness. You know, that's what I thought you were going to say. But he has become a drunkard, in which he says it's caused from grieving over my loss. What shall I do? Yeah. Yeah. I guess in 1921, the closest you had to a therapist was a pastor, I guess. Or I don't know if therapy was readily available for black people in the 20s. It seems like if that were the case, we wouldn't be overcoming so much therapy woes now. So I'm just going to stay in the present and advise you from the present, because I guess in 1921, the only advice I could give you was, serve that nigga good liquor. You know what I mean? Like, be a comfort. I don't know if you can help him grieve. I don't know if you can help him through grieving his loss about your loss. I don't think that's an appropriate expectation at all. If he doesn't go to the pastor, or I don't know who would be the wise person in you all's life that he could speak to and seek counsel from, other than his religious leader. I think that's the most counseling black people would even entertain in the 1921. It does sound good that his kindness toward you hasn't changed. I love that. And so I think it's reasonable to move forward with him as he figures out. But I mean, I wouldn't support starting your marriage with this person with the intention of him just being a drunkard and now I'm just gonna be married to a drunkard. I don't think that's reasonable at all. I think having an expectation of getting this drinking situation so that it's not a situation, I think that's I wouldn't advise. If you think going into it he's gonna be a drunkard for always, I would not advise it. Even if you feel like who else would marry you with no legs? If you feel like that, then I would still because being with a drunkard and you're not gonna marry him. I mean, divorce him, or those folks die hard, rough deaths. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't easy with a nigga with who's you don't have legs. He's not gonna have a kidney soon. So I mean, or a liver, whatever organ is the one that filters out the joint. When it's too much and just shuts down, and then like the whole rest of your body can't do anything because you become like a septic or like a septic tank. What is it? You reach sepsis? I don't know. But what I'm saying is a person who doesn't have both their legs certainly like is it reasonable for you to now be taking care of his lacking organs? I mean, you can function pretty well without limbs, but organs, I think those are the ones those body parts that are important to have. So, I don't know, in 1921, maybe, I would venture to say you'll find someone else that's kind and sober, kind and sober. Is that in wealthy? Can we put that on you? Like, I would prefer you, not be with a drunkard. So let's just recap. If this person is going to be a drunkard for always, just go ahead and cancel Christmas on that, and reset. Just stop being engaged to him, because it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. This is the first bump, in the road. There may be more bumps to come. There may be many more bumps to come. I mean, it's whatever it is that your bump start off at loss of 2 legs, but who knows what happens from here on out? And he's already a drunkard. My God, I mean, can we get a couple bumps in before we commit to the bottle life? You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. How many bumps is he gonna be able to handle before? I mean, what's he gonna become, a drunkard and a heroin? Is he gonna start doing meth at one point? Like, what? How does it escalate? Is what I'm saying for this person. If you see escalation, then I would say reel it in, pull out. Just go ahead and tell him maybe it's better for you all not to be together, because you certainly deserve more, and he certainly deserves more in terms of, his life being too much of a burden. That, maybe he feel like he's doing it out of obligation, and that's what's really weighing on his shoulders. So just go ahead and release him from that burden, and you'll find a man who's kind and sober and wealthy and astute in, many regards, and just, pairs better with you in life. And then, he'll hopefully, have an aha moment and get his proverbial shit together and, lay off the sauce and find him someone, you know what I mean, that he can be sober with in life. I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. But, yeah. Just that's my advice in 1921. Just go ahead and leave that nigga alone so he can be unburdened, right? And you find someone that this is no kind of burden. That's what? No legs. Who legs? Who? Of course the love of my life has no legs. That's literally what I prayed for when I was praying to God. I said, you know what? I wish just please God send me someone, a wonderful woman that I could be kind to and generous with and sober with, and make sure she just doesn't have both legs. Both legs got to be gone. You could be the person someone's praying for, and you holding on to this drunken man who, who's grieving your loss. So there you go. I advise in 2022 for y'all to get therapy. And in 1921, for you all to go your separate ways. All right. Well, that was exciting. I'm glad we talked it all the way through. All right, y'all. See y'all Monday for the next episode of Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah. Much success to us all.